Hi class, Dr. Earls. Just wanted to check in with you during this week 2 and overview some things coming up with your book critique assignments starting in week 3. You'll keep working through Malphurs, capitalizing upon what you're doing in the discussion board this week, taking it further then to do the book critique on his book. The book critique again is to be 900 to 1500 pages in length. You're looking at some 4 to 5 pages. Make sure you have a title page with the assignment. All the submitted assignments should have a title page. Thanks. Then the particulars regarding what the book critique will ask for. You will give a summary, and then you will critique the book, evaluating it, then giving your applications. In the summary work regarding Malphurs' book, you want to give something about his turnaround leadership that he talks about in the first part of the book. And then definitely you want to give a clear summation treatment of his mission, vision, strategies, and values sections of the middle portion of the book. And then the application, what does that look like in talking about the expression of these principles he's developed in the first half being applied in a local church. Those things should be in your summary. For the critique, both on Malphurs and Warren, give me at least one matter that you disagree with, but substantiate that based on the content of the book. So be careful not to just raise something you disagree with that's not really being backed or consistently interpreting what's being said in the content of the total scope of the book. So do that for the critique and valuation part. Then your application part of your paper, which is the most heavily weighted part of your paper. How are you going to use this? What is God speaking to you that you want to put into application going forward in your life and your leadership and your ministering through that vocational calling that God's leading you into? So that's the book critique. And I've spoken about what I'm looking for with Malphurs. With Warren's book, Purpose Driven Church, there's 5 parts to that book. The first part, just minimal, please. The second part, though, make sure you cover the DCOA. I call it that. That's just an abbreviation for his discovering, communicating, organizing around, and applying the purposes of God for the local church, as his book is addressing that total theme. So part 2, make sure you cover that. Part 3, especially develop through your summary part of your paper. What is he saying about targeting? Targeting, or homogeneic principle, was the most probably criticized of all the principles of the church growth movement. The church growth movement especially was popularized out of Fuller Seminary and Donald McGavran founding the School of World Missions there, and then the writings complementing what he laid the foundation for through Hunter, Wagner, different writers that were coming out of that era. Rick Warren wrote Purpose Driven Church at the height or conclusion of the church growth movement. The church growth research is still very beneficial, and that's what Purpose Driven Church is capturing in essence, the application of those principles in the local church. Many have called Purpose Driven Church a model. Rick Warren's don't make us a model to copy and paste, but extract and glean from what God's taught us, the principles of God's Word, using that as a template for what you can do in the respective calling and ministry God has you in or will lead you in the future. So that's part 3. Give me something on that targeting and what Rick's getting at in part 3. Part 4 is attraction, the whole principle of bringing people in to the church, bringing them to Christ, to the gospel, to the cross. And then part 5 is building them up. So you want to cover those things in your summary. Again, the same with the critique. What's one thing you disagree with, and substantiate that from basing that on the contents of the book. And then again, the applicational work of what you have drawn from Warren that you want to keep working on and applying to your life, ministry, and calling. Thanks so much, class. Again, regarding grading, I will try to have your grades always up by Friday from the previous week's work. Thanks so much for digging in and sharpening your lives and hearts and skill sets for our Savior's work and service. God bless you. Have a great rest of the week. Bye.